Our major project review. So, where did you say your website link is
on the first task with the concept?
Okay, so I will stick that in my. And you're going to use the same playlist, aren't you?
Don't see the point of changing it all.
Just some people like it because it's easier for
I can
them.
understand that. It's easier for me just to keep the way I know.
So your comments.
Yeah. That's the website.
Cool. Stick that in there. And your playlist is going to be the same. I'll just stick that in and then we can go through the nitty-gritty bits.
That's okay.
If you haven't vlogged already, can you vlog on this project? Alright, let's see what you want to do then.
Is that my one?
No.
That's my one. I was going to say.
So you're going to do a music video. So what sort of journey is it?
It would just be like a journey of two people. I haven't decided what type of journey it is. It's just like going on a journey.
So you don't know if it's. Oh, here we go. So in a car, sun, moon, frattle cart.
It's like an old horse. My family's got one. They've got the horses used to pull them along. It's called a frattle cart.
It just takes two people.
Yeah, but it does not have horses, but it's just the cart on its own. That's what it's called, a frattle cart.
It doesn't have horses?
No, it doesn't have a horse bit.
But does it move?
Yes, but it's on wheels, but it's got stabilisers and it sits down.
Has it got an engine?
No.
How does it go forward then? If it's not pulled by horses and it doesn't have an engine, how does it move?
I think it used to move, but it just doesn't now. I don't know.
Honestly, how are you going to show a journey in it?
That won't be moving. It's just it'll be taking shots on it. If that makes sense.
To use it as
as a prop.
Okay.
That's what I've put it in.
The
pre-production.
So you're avoiding audio.
Yep. I learned that too well.
Okay. So I need you to put in here technical things as well as emotional.
Alright.
So, you've got your strengths down here. Okay, that's alright. So, music video, other than a short film and a documentary, because I know it's a big challenge for me. Why is it a challenge for you? Because you're kind of contradicting what you said up here, that a documentary would be more of a challenge because of the audio.
Yeah, when it's more of a challenge with the documentary, it's because of the audio side of it, but doing a music video, it requires a lot of filming. So
put that in.
Yeah,
be a little bit more specific, and also that you want to push. Presumably, you want to push your camera skills, but that I'm assuming that will be down here as well, won't it? No, that's right. Yeah, and put about composition in there.
Yeah.
So just be careful when you read this. It's It's very very emotional. So I think you could cut that down quite a bit, because bits of it come across as negative and like you're ducking and being lazy, but you're not.
No,
you always put more than you need to in anything. So. I mean, I wouldn't bother putting that in at all. that
Okay, yeah,
one.
that's fine.
So compared to short term, I found it quite hard to do recreate audio. So you're starting on a negative, going, I'm avoiding audio. So I'm going to do something that's easier. Whereas what you want to word it like is, I really enjoyed doing the music video and was very proud because my camera work had really improved on the music video. However, I'd like to improve it further.
Yeah.
And if I choose music video, I can focus on my cinematography and composition, and I don't have to worry about audio. Different way of wording the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, it sounds like you're ducking out, and you're not.
No,
you're making
no.
a very, decisive decision about it. Yeah. So, and that would take all of that into a much shorter sentence, which is more positive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
Doing any project is overwhelming, to be honest. But put in what you said, that you need a lot more film, a lot more production.
Yeah,
in a
because
music video.
I've done 3 mind maps in my folder.
Yeah, and a lot more editing. So put it in
pros
there.
and cons.
So you want to you want to develop your camera work. So style of music, genre. I want to incorporate time span. Yeah, no, that's good.
I've highlighted the things I need. They're the key things for me to look out for, so I know the meaning.
Yeah. So yeah, that's lots of things. So I like that. I like the fact you're crossing bits out if you've changed your mind. Did you know you've done that?
Yeah, I've done that on purpose.
Yeah, so that's
So then,
good.
so I thought I'll get rid of it, but I thought then again you'll see that I've already changed.
That's good. I like that. Well done. You got this is good. Yeah, lots of stuff in here. Cool. Okay, so you look like you've been very focused over the Easter holidays.
I've not stopped. I've probably had 5 days to myself.
Have you got your song?
Yep. It's called Meant to Be.
It is, right. And
that's why I've bolded it.
Yeah, I did wonder when you said that. So have you got an actual storyline yet?
I want it to be like Fate. So I was talking to Neil about it when we was waiting for the lady to start. I kind of want it to come across like it's fate, like everything happens for a reason. That kind of, if it's meant to be, it will be. So that's going to be like the purpose of it. So it's like it's destined to happen. So that's the kind of storyline I'm going against.
And who's in this video?
It will be me and my other half, but there'll be 2. It's not going to be a love story. It's just going to be 2 individual people. It may even just be me.
Can you take somebody out as a cameraman so that
I
you're
can
not?
Yeah,
because you can set the shot up, but if you're in it all the time, it's going to be hard to get shots when you're together, isn't it? How did you do that last time?
I've set it up myself.
But then what was it, still shot? And you just walked into it then?
All I did, my auntie just pressed play.
So it would be on a tripod as a still shot?
It would sit like that without the mic on it though.
Don't put it under Elliot's chair. Okay, well, it sounds like you've gone pretty far down the line, which is brilliant. Did you want to bring your whole folder over so we can look at that?
I bought a new folder and some new bits.
Yeah, no, I'm probably like you. I find it really helps to organise me. Right, so you're definitely doing music video.
That's brief.
What was it meant to be?
Meant to be. Do you want to know the artist's name?
Yeah.
BEB.
BEB.
REXHA. I can't pronounce it.
Bebra.
Bebby Rexter. You have a space between it.
Between which bits?
The R and the E.
Really? Space there?
No. Then. There you go. There.
Oh, okay. I'm missing out.
I don't know. I've already started my pre-production.
The journey with okay, cool.
So I've started my pre-production already.
Where are you doing it? You're going to have lots of
Right, I
different
know.
locations.
Right,
probably.
there's 2 locations because one of my family owns a massive field,
Yeah.
so that's where all the main filming is going to be doing. But I'm also going to film outside the college on the field. So you know where there's a park, there's a field down there next to the college.
I mean the big dip.
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay.
Down there as well, because I want it to.
Sorry, I
kind of,
don't think of that as a field. I think of it as a big dip.
yeah, I didn't know what to call it, so I just said field. I know where it is.
Yeah.
But they're the 2 main locations. So I already know when I'm doing my experiments. I'm doing them not this week, next week, and the week after that. I'm going to be filming the final. But then again, the week after that, I'm having edits, and then if need be.
So your experiments,
Yeah.
you've got to do experiments that are further than the other ones. So what will you research experiment with on production, comparing to other artists' videos? That's not production.
No.
No, that's
Okay.
that research up there.
Okay.
This is research experiment with production.
Right.
Who's actually making it?
Oh.
So
okay.
you might have to research how light is at a certain time of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's that sort of thing.
Okay.
So is this crackling in far
Right,
soon?
I can show you the effect on here. Because I called it that because I don't know what it's actually called. But I will show you it. So I've got to upload it to YouTube. Hard drive.
Fran, are you meant to be going back? I think you need to go and talk to Rachel.
A woman, sir.
Have you got it?
Yep. I'll let you finish whatever you do. So this is what the effect called. I have no idea what it's called. But it's just this bit here, so I like it. That's where I've called it. It's probably called something else, but I like that effect of when it zooms, it comes in like
Yeah,
that.
it's just a sort of grunge blend mode transition.
And also, I really liked it where it went really slow and then really quick. So it goes really slow and then quick. And
Oh,
slow.
so you want to play around with times?
Yeah. So it goes really slow and goes really quick.
So you've got a lot of experimenting to try all of these. I mean, just having that as a start, going, right, I'm going to try every effect that's on there and see if you can do it. It's a really good place to start.
Yeah.
So you have to film bits, so things that are going to be worth slowing up and slowing down and speeding up will be water, hair moving, people moving. So yeah, you need to film a load and then try that out, because only by doing that will you know whether you filmed it right.
Yeah.
Well, there was one project you had, didn't you, where there were quite a few issues in it because you hadn't got the filming right.
Yeah, documentary.
So that was Rachel. Yeah, so that's a really good start for your experiments.
But there is another one, but I'm unsure. I don't know if this is actually one that I wanted to do. This is in the video of the meant to be, so this is part of the video. So I liked it when it is split into 2. So it went here, where it's split into 2 there.
Oh, it's just ghosting over the top. That's very easy.
It's
just having 2 bits of footage on top of each other and changing the opacity.
Yeah. But yeah, that's part of the music video. So that's her going on a journey. I'm going to turn that off.
So is that the actual music?
Yeah, that's the music video. So there's no sound playing with it, but that's in the song that I'm using. That's the video of it.
So where if you've got things like vehicles going along and you're following a vehicle, you would then need 2 vehicles.
Yeah.
There's one to have a camera in and one for the action to be happening on, and then they have to follow each other. Or we've got a car mount.
Yeah, I think that.
So we've got a car mount where you can have 2 people sitting in a car and you put the camera on the front of the bonnet. looking in,
Yeah.
or you can mount it inside the car. We've got all that. Again, that's the sort of kit you want to experiment with, and experiment with filming. If you are going to film a vehicle like that, practicing doing that is tricky. You can do it, but you need to practice. You don't want to be doing anything that complicated.
That's
The first time you do it.
I'm not sure if I'll do that exact or like. I just want to create that effect.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I'll actually do that shot of her in the car, but I just want to have a go at the effect.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So you want to put on here that under your experiments bit that you want to play around with speed. Yeah, that's your research experiment. So first of all, you'll look bits up online, won't you? Like tutorials on how to do it. That's your research on it. Then you'll go and do it before you actually do your production.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's working out. I mean, at first you can just film anything that's moving, and then just slow it down and speed it up, and then you can go, okay, that does work. I like the look of that. I'm going to put that on this, and this shot.
Yeah, I've gathered some storyboard shots already. It's just I need more because the song isn't as long as the last one. I know it's about 3 minutes.
So your process of working on that big sheet of paper really worked for you.
Yes, it really did. I'm going to do that again. So yeah, but I find that really helped me doing that.
So have you got anything on your website yet?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, let's have a look. I didn't see the finished website.
No, you didn't. I had to do some changes to it.
Yeah, no, that's good. Oh, okay, so you've put it in like that, yeah. So if I click on that, it doesn't open.
Click on that.
I have to click on that, okay. Okay,
And that's that.
yeah. Oh, it's opened it again. I just think this is a good way of working.
And that's my ideas at the start. So before I even looked at this brief, that was my ideas at the start. What I wanted to.
And you've done a concept blog.
I'd done that last night. So I'd done a brief one, which was the first one you'll see on my playlist. So that was 2 ideas, and I finally went with that one. So that is the song.
Yeah. So you can now pick out all the things that you want to experiment directly from that, because all of these you need to experiment with, don't you? And put speed, because you said about slowing up. And no, it's good. Well done. Really good start. Cool. Nice. And then obviously you've got your other pages ready.
I think I've added to that one. That's it. And I can't remember which page it is. I've added the links that I've used so far.
Yeah, no, well done.
Yeah, it's that one. I've added the links at the bottom. I think. No? Yes. No, it's not showed. I've added links. I'll just have to save it.
And obviously, you also need to do primary and secondary research. I think.
I haven't started to touch the research bit yet. I was just doing that bit.
So you need to do your brief, which you're not far off that.
When you say brief, what does that mean?
So you've kind of done it. You've written your own project brief, because you've said what the music is. You know, it's a music video. You said what you want to put in it. The minimum you need to produce for this task is a detailed calendar. So are you going to put a calendar on here?
I've took pictures.
Oh, you're doing a hand
I've
one.
got it on the floor. My calendar.
You going home? Oh. Have you taken your camera back? Yeah. Okay.
My as you can see, it's already.
Yeah, but you know, it's
I find it so much easier.
It's a work in progress, isn't it? Yeah, no, that's fine to do. That's good. So
I feel like I like doing paper, even though it's trees and that. I like doing it this way because I feel I don't mind putting it onto here, but I just feel I could do.
Well,
a
that's
lot
why I
more.
wanted to do this, because I think rather than the hub where you have to look at each task separately, it's easier to see
Yeah.
everything here.
Mhm.
Okay, so part of your we haven't got to that yet. So how and what are you going to research in more detail? Well, you've kind of got up to there in more detail. What roles are you going to carry out and highlight the skills you have? Production team, who are you using and why? See, I don't think it's very good to put in here that you're using your auntie to press.
No. That's for the last project.
Yeah, so ideally you want a cameraman in there, or you get somebody else to act.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you want to be in it with your boyfriend. But it's very hard to get
Yeah.
really good camera work if you're in it.
No, I've asked for my experiments. I've asked Tyler and Adam to help with the experiments because I know Adam's good at cinematography.
But when you film it with your boyfriend, if you're going to be filming near where you live,
It's where my dad lives, not where I live.
but you know what I mean, it's
Yeah.
not here,
Yeah, no.
so you won't get. How would you get Adam
I
or
don't
Tyler there?
I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out.
So there's no point getting them to do the experiments
Okay.
if they can't be there.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I could easily get Tyler there, but it's just I don't know about Adam. I'll have to have a think about it.
Yeah, and have a chat with them and see what they think.
Huh?
There you go, Ryan, Mr. Stofford.
Okay. Okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
No, you're good. You know what you're looking at. You know what you want. You knew. I know you didn't press the buttons on your music video, but you wanted those shots.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so how and what are you going to research? So you're building that up a lot here. You're saying it more. So that's good, and that will grow as you do more of that.
Oh,
as
it's
well.
growing in my vlog. There's a lot more. Like I've gone into a lot more depth for this in my concept vlog.
So post, what treatment are you intending? Yes, you're starting to do all that. Well done. No, you're ahead of the game.
So what ones would you say I've already done on this part then?
Well, I think to be honest, I wouldn't say you've completely done it.
No.
You've started on it, but you need to keep evolving every
Yeah.
time you have a conversation with anybody. So you haven't got time in there.
No.
So like I said, well, maybe something to get you started on your experiments, you could literally copy bits out of those that you like and try and, obviously you're not going to get the LA beaches or wherever they are, but
No.
you know, but trying to get that dissolve transition where
Yeah.
the sun was bleeding through the rest of it, and trying to get the water slowed down and speeded up. It almost, I'd go, right, that's specific, you're getting more specific, so you can say, right, I'm going to try and get that. And when you film it, you're also going to get your composition in it and have a think about how you've placed where the water's moving or whatever it is with somebody's hair, and whether you're having a small depth of field, because hair's quite a good one in the wind, isn't it? So you're going to be built. That's a great thing about doing this as well, is you just need to go into edit mode, don't you? You can add bits in and develop it further. So for primary research, so you've put in here, what is your target audience
I've explained that in the vlog.
and what are your but you need to actually do research on that. So actually doing maybe putting some images out there and asking people what they think of it.
Okay.
Or putting different videos.
So like doing like
Like an online questionnaire.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do
And then
that.
put different videos up and say, which effects do you like the best? What do you think about that? What, you know, very targeted questions, specifically about what you want to use in there. And have you done? Are you looking at doing general research on? So what type of music is it?
It's pop, country pop, and R&B.
Yeah. So then, what are the conventions for that? Normally.
I haven't. It's. I
So you've
haven't
already
gone that far
you'd
yet.
have had a bit of that when we did the music video, and then it's extending that further. Looking at the light for you said pop, country, western, and R&B. That's a lot of different genres mixed in there.
It's mainly pop and R&B. Because it's country
Right.
pop,
Yeah.
R&B.
Well, because the country definitely has a definite colour look on things. Definitely, a light look.
Well, where I'm filming is kind of in the countryside, so
The thing is with American country is it's
Yeah.
predominantly about the desert, so you
Yeah.
get that very orange hue, and it's very hot and dry, and they've got the cowboy boots on because they need it for that terrain. So it's very much more rather than our sort of lush green
Yeah.
country. It's a sort of different feel, isn't it? So if you do an online survey and put some, you've been really good at finding different examples of bits you like, so you can put them on there and ask specific questions about each one, whether people like it or not, so that you're getting, then you know whether you're hitting your target demographic.
Well, my friend helped me to the term of it because I didn't know what the term was. But I know roughly like the target audience I think it is what people think it is.
Yeah.
Like I think it is. I did change it, but I changed it last night. I think it's like more like 16-year-olds to like 28. I think personally.
So then all you have to do, you're going to have to tell me how to who is, how do you spell it? B-E-B-E.
Space
Oh,
R-E-X-H-A.
Target audience, and just see what comes up. You'll be surprised. Millennials.
What's that?
You're a millennial. Or when were you born?
1999.
Nearly a millennial.
I don't know what that is. You could tell me. And
Somebody that's born in the year 2000 and around that period of time.
Okay.
Okay, so so you just basically read all these, and then that's your secondary, because you can say, I think this is my. But what this will do is, if it says that is the age group, younger people, then that justifies why you'll have only asked people of that age group as well.
I think it said there. I think it said here.
Yeah, it says millennials. Yeah. So the great thing is, if you cut and paste that in somewhere, say make sure you reference where it's from. See, look, and you can see what's she doing? She's a live performance, so she's also using lots of young people in her videos as well. And she started a foundation to keep music alive or she's working on one in schools. So yeah, you just cut and paste bits of this and say, as per this website, we can see that her music is aimed at millennials. This means this age group. You don't need to write it out. You just cut and paste it and say where you've got it from. So then you can say therefore.
So I could say like according to Mirror Media.
Yeah, absolutely, spot on.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can say therefore, I am going to have millennials performing in my music video.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's obviously you and your partner are millennials,
Yeah.
but you're justifying it. You're putting a bit more depth behind how you're doing it. So that was just a quick Google search. I think the one underneath, there's quite a lot of people slagging her off here as well.
I've already done bits of research in Mind Maps. But I looked
Yeah,
up.
so they're even questioning it. They're even saying, how can she get #1 in the country charts, where they're basically challenging the fact that it isn't even country. So that's interesting. So it's worth reading that and just picking out a couple of bits that are relevant.
When you say relevant, what does that mean? Like relevant to.
Well, you wouldn't want to put all of it in, but if there's something in particular, I'm just reading this bit, sorry.
That's okay.
The song is not country and the primary artist is not country. This is a pop song from a pop artist, which is what you just said to me.
It
So
is.
you put that in and you can say, even though it's stated country, most people feel it isn't.
It's because she done it with country singers, that's why.
Right,
It's
okay.
under country.
Yeah,
Because the singers, Florida Georgia Line, they're country people, country music.
but if the music's not country, what they're saying is it shouldn't be on the country charts. It's an incredibly mild mid-grade pop tune. There's nothing country about it. But then you've already said you're not going to make it country. You're going to do it more pop. What was the other one you said? R&B, which I agree. I can see it is actually. So again, if you cut and paste that bit in, that backs up why you're making it in a certain way that you're making it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're doing really well. You're working.
Well, I know always for the first task, I've always got a pass, and I want to not get that
Yes.
because that will knock me down, like for the whole thing. So I don't want that, but I haven't decided anymore.
No,
but
that's
it.
fine. Yeah. Well, that's why I knew you'd probably want a review pretty early on, because I know what you're like. You're always ahead of the game. Okay, so yeah, lots of experimenting on this one to really get your camera work up again another level, because you did it before.
Yeah. It took a lot of time and patience.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Did you want to see the mind maps?
Yeah, that's what I've done. Let's see.
So these is all I done over Easter. So this was the first one, the first idea. So that was like the main thing I wanted to, the bits I needed to pinpoint in that.
Yeah,
So the
brilliant.
pros and cons, I've put lots of film in,
Yeah.
editing, cinematic.
So this is brilliant start. So this is what you need to, this is where you are going into more detail about what you experiment. So that's what you need to write up as well.
Okay.
This is your thinking thing. And then for task 2, where it says expand on the above it with explanations of why, what, when, where, how, who.
That's this.
Then you can actually put that into whole sentences.
Okay.
Yeah, so how much After Effects have you ever done before?
Not much.
There you go. So you need to put in somewhere that acknowledge,
Yeah.
or you do it in a vlog, but acknowledge that this is a big risk because you've never done it before. So that.
Well, I've done a little bit of it, I think, but
Yeah,
not much.
So now that I know that, I'm going to know to sort of say to Warwick, and this is where we put it in the next bit, is we need to make sure that you're practicing with After Effects, that we're giving you support on that to
Yeah.
get you going on
Yeah,
it.
because that's one thing I will need because I've not done it before.
So you've got skills I have, and then you want to highlight all the ones that are new that you're going to need to put time in, and that's your experiments.
So that's that one. I've got 3 here. This is, I couldn't decide what to call it, so I've just put it in the video again. So that's like the 5 W's and that. And the
Yeah.
equipment I'm going to use, some of the research.
So again, it's making this, either take your mind maps and turn it into a vlog.
Okay.
You don't have to do it on each one. If you whichever one of these is your final idea, and make sure you put FMP task 2, and this is expanding on this, isn't it? So task 2
okay.
is your final major project calendar, which is going to keep evolving, and you've already evolved it. Include the idea development, experimenting, and research. So that's in your planning of it all. So if you do a vlog that says,
All
that
this.
expands on that into big sentences, and saying, I acknowledge I've put After Effects, but I don't really know it, so I've got to let, but just make sure you call it FMP, project
Of
development,
course I will.
yeah, task 2. So you're linking that to your specifics of what you've chosen for this project, which is great.
So this is half, I haven't finished this, but this is like the style and the meanings.
Don't you find this an easier way
Oh,
of
it
just
is.
thinking, isn't
It
it?
is.
You're just thinking, thinking. And then, when you've done that one, you can look back, and you might have done that. By then, you need to hear and go, actually, I'm not going to use After Effects.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You know
thinking.
what I mean? Yeah, you might go, because you can do lens flares in Premiere.
Yeah, I've done, I know how to do lens flare.
But you don't want to avoid it. If you do want that collage effect and the crackle-in effect, then you will use it, and that's fine. But do you know what I mean? I only picked that because that's there. But and because you've sort of gone step 1, step 2, and then step 3 is even deeper. But it is a really good way of working. So then to vlog on this so that you're consolidating it into bigger sentences. And then what vlogging does as well, because you know you're talking to somebody else, it does tend to make you see it as if you're having a chat with somebody. So you kind of check yourself quite often.
I've done that a lot
Yeah.
in the vlogs I've done over Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my phone again.
No, that's good. I think we're there if we need to go and take it.
No,
Well
no,
done.
it's my alarm for the thing.
I
Adam, keep asking my
see.
phone, please.
What, you have to keep turning it on and off?
I'm only allowed it on for 20 minutes,
Oh, I see.
so but I've got to take it back Friday. Thank you. But yeah. So okay.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Am I rude to ask, like, what if you was to like mark it now? What would it be? Or are you not allowed to say
God,
that
I
yet?
can't say that. I
Okay.
can't anyway. Nobody
No,
gets their
I didn't think-
mark.
I
till the
weren't
end.
sure.
Yeah.
No. Okay, that's no.
But
that's
obviously,
fine.
we're pushing all the time to make sure. I mean, what you've done is really, really, really good start.
Mhm.
But I've just talked through the changes to make on your initial
Mhm.
concept, wherever it's gone. I've closed it now because it's very emotional
Yeah.
and you're repeating yourself. So it is, and it's a bit negative. So I've already said the changes you need to put onto that to make
Okay.
it positive.
Mhm.
And not to sort of come across as if you're shirking, but you're actually wanting to focus on the
Yeah.
camera work rather than saying, I don't want to do audio because it's harder. You can hear the difference,
Yeah.
can't you?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what Jack, if Jack does a music video, he'll put, I just want to focus on the visuals and light rather than. But you've got lots of other, you see, all of this,
Mhm.
you're not putting in that concept. That I'm choosing music video.
Yeah.
Because on the last project, on the last
Yeah.
music, I did great camera work. I was really proud of myself. I want to extend my camera work. I want to extend my editing. It needs a lot of editing. I want to push new skills into After Effects or whatever. You're not
Yeah.
putting that in that concept. You've put a lot of emotional stuff about
Okay.
getting overwhelmed, which is all valid.
Mhm.
But that's what goes in a vlog.
Yeah.
That's what they're there
True.
for, to rant and go, oh, today was terrible, or,
Yeah.
you know, that's what they're there for.
Mhm.
This is the start, that concept is the start of you writing a brief as if it's a client going, right, I want a music video, I want 2 people going on a journey, I want some really cool effects, I like this bleed, I like this shadow, opaque layering, you know, so that's what you're almost developing.
Okay.
These are my strengths and this is what I need to, and whatever's in that, things you need to improve on, that's going to be your experiments, isn't it?
Yeah.
To make sure you get it right, yeah?
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is there a chance I can get that feedback off you so I can reflect
Yes,
on it?
it all gets put onto a playlist, which I'll make sure everybody's got actually. All right?
Yeah.
Good.